Year 8, how are you and how is everybody doing? Today's lesson is going to be grammar, inshallah. The lesson itself is on page, it's two lessons explained at once. It's on page 29 and 45 of your literacy book, 29 and 45, okay, in the student book. But the exercise is on page 34 on your literacy student copybook. In your literacy student book, okay, page 34. But I am in any case going to attach both of the lessons on Seesaw. So what I want you to do is to take a quick look, a quick skim at pages 29 and 45, and then come and watch the video so things can be a lot clearer. Today we're going to be explaining two concepts at once. Now remember, we're going to be explaining the gerund and the participle. Now I've already taken the infinitive before, which is the basic form of the verb with the word to in front of it. So if I say to eat, right, or if I say to drink, then that is the infinitive form of my verb. Okay, so today we want to move over to explain what the participles are. Now, we've been dealing with participles for as long as we can remember it, but we never really just say it, okay? Now, ever since we were young, remember we've had 3 rows when dealing with verbs. We had the present, and then the past, and then the past participle. Okay, so what the past participle is that it is a form of the verb. Like if I say, okay, steal, stole, and then I move over and say stolen. Stolen is the past participle. It's not a tense. It's not like the present tense or the past tense. Like, for example, this is the present. You can say a thief steals, or they steal. He stole. This is the past tense. But can I ever say he's stolen? I could never say he's stolen, can I? So it's not a tense. Okay, it's a form of the verb. Now, it's a form, what do we do with it? Okay, it has many functions. It can be used as an adjective, or it can be used to help you form another tense. For example, this is the past participle. Okay, we've agreed on that. Now, if I come over and say, he or the thief has stolen the goods. Okay, if I say he has stolen the goods. Has stolen, this is has, okay, and this is our past participle. Together, this is the tense called the present perfect. So number one of the functions is that it has helped us to form a tense, okay? And number 2, now it might seem strange at the beginning how a form of the verb can be used as an adjective, but if I come over to you and I say, these are stolen goods. If they say this is canned food. Stolen, this is the past participle, remember? But here it's used to describe goods, so it is used as what? It's used as an adjective. Canned. Can, that's a past participle. Here we're describing the food and saying that it is what? Canned food. So here it is an adjective. If I say toasted, toasted. And I come and say this is toasted bread. It is also functioning as an adjective, right? So I hope it's clear how the past participle can be used as an adjective. Now let's get back to another point that I want to mention. We had the past participle. All of this was the past participle. But what if I have something called the present participle? Now the present participle is like playing, eating, dancing. All of these are the present participle. Now they have the same function. They can be used as an adjective, and they can be used in assistance to form another verb. So, Okay, so if I say he is playing, if I say he is playing. Here, this is our past participle. We used it along with the auxiliary verb, and together they formed what tense? The present continuous. Okay, so it can be used to assist, and it can be used as an adjective as well. Like if I come over to you and I say, if I come and say the sleeping child. I described the child. What did I say about the child? That the child is sleeping, right? If I say the dying old man. What did I say about the old man? I said that he is dying. Okay, so this is it regarding the participles. We can use them on a wider sense. Remember how we took sentence openers in writing? Sentence openers, can you remember that lesson? So if I come and say, if I come over and say, walking down the street, I met my friend. Walking down the street, comma, don't forget the comma, I met my friend. All right, so we have walking, which is my participle, okay, down the street, comma, I met my friend. This is called a participial phrase, okay? So we call this a participial phrase, all right? It starts with your participle, as you can see. And what did I say? What were you doing when you met your friend? You were walking down the street. So I'm describing myself. I was walking down the street. So all of this is an adjectival phrase or a I don't know what's wrong with me today, participial phrase, okay? All right, let's take another example. If I say, running at high speed, he crashed into the wall, okay? Running at high speed, comma, don't forget the comma, he crashed into a wall. So this is an adjective phrase or a participial phrase, all right? What is it doing? It's an adjectival phrase, so it's describing him, what his state was when he crashed into the wall. What was he doing? What was happening? He was running at high speed. Okay, so we had the two examples: walking down the street, I met my friend; running at high speed, I crashed into a wall; crying loudly, the baby kept its parents awake; knocked to the ground, the fiddle fell over. All of these are examples of how a participle, okay, can be used in a phrase and being called an adjectival phrase, basically. So it's an adjectival phrase or a participial phrase. Okay, now let's move on to describe the gerund, to explain the gerund. Now we're done with the infinitives, we're done with the participle, and now we're going to deal with the gerund. Now the gerund looks pretty much the same as the participle. Let's take the same example. I said running at high speed, right? Running at high speed. Now the gerund is a verb, okay? It also has the ing, but it acts as a noun. So if I say running is a challenging sport, and if I say I am running, which one do you think is a noun and which one do you think is a verb? Where did the action happen? In this sentence or in this sentence? If I say running is a challenging sport, is somebody actually running at this moment? Is this the present continuous? But if I say if I am running, is it present continuous? Is an action happening? Yes. So this is a normal present continuous. Okay, it has the the present participle here, but here, running, no action actually happened here. So this is what we call a gerund. It looks like a verb. Okay, it looks like a verb. It looks like the present continuous. You could think it is, but it actually is not because no action happened. Okay, don't get confused. That's like saying anything, fishing, or if I say, well, we're going to use the gerund here in any case. That's like saying any noun. For example, sorry. So I can say, if I say, simple example, if I say homework is hard. Homework is a noun, right? So we need a noun here for our subject. But if I come and change it and say studying is hard. I had a noun here. I still need a noun here. If I say studying is hard, did any action actually happen? No. So it is a noun. Remember the example I said about the baby crying loudly? Okay, so if I say crying is a symptom of stomachache for babies. Here. Is the baby actually crying now? No. So this is a noun. That's like if I change it and I say fever. You're going to say, oh, miss, it's clear that fever is a noun here. Well, it's also clear that crying is a noun here. You just need to get used to it because we never really think about it. All right? That is it for today's lesson regarding the infinitive and the gerund and the present participle. I hope everybody understood everything. If you have any question, I'm right here. Thank you very much, Yuri.